Are you gonna graduate with any debt?
Yeah, I'm on student loans right now, so I'll graduate with a lot of debt.
How much debt?
120.
Who's paying for your college? Are you guys gonna graduate with any debt?
Probably yes.
I have like $50 in my bank account right now.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done to save money in college?
Basically starved myself for like 3 meals a week. So I was just like not eating dinner 3 times a week, and then I wouldn't eat breakfast either any day. But then I just upgraded because I was like, I can't keep doing this.
Skipping breakfast,
You skip meals?
unfortunately.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, like not eating.
Apparently college students don't eat because it costs too much. What's the craziest thing you've done to save money?
Take the bus sometimes.
Disclaimer, this is my personal experience and won't apply to everyone. College is good when done right. My name is Charlie and I regret going to college. So when I was 18, we packed up the car, we drove 352 miles to UCLA, and I began what I thought would be the most transformative 4 years of my life. Wrong. College sucked, most of it due to my own fault, so I set out to find out what went wrong and to get some insight from current college students about why they're here. So I'm actually pretty butthurt that college was a waste of time and money for me. So to make me feel better, I'm gonna take out my frustration on some students and ask them what they're doing here. All right, so we're here at UCLA. I haven't been here for a long time. This is where I went to school, spent 4 years here. Didn't feel like I got too much out of it, so I am kind of nervous because I've never interviewed people on the street, so I think it's gonna be pretty cool to hear what they have to say about, attending college, why they're here. Hopefully we hear some good things, and hopefully this video can help you guys out if you're planning on going to college or if you feel bad about having gone to college. Let's see what happens. Excuse me, do you have a second to answer a few questions about college?
Sure, I'm a grad student, so I don't know if I should answer. All right, so I'm DeMarcus Robinson. I'm 27, and I'm a graduate student in the Atmospheric and Oceanic Science department.
Did you think college was worth it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Why?
Because it could broaden your opportunities, experience, to see different things and meet different people that you normally probably wouldn't do without college. Not saying that it's not possible. Is the cost of college crazy? Yeah, it is. And hopefully, there are ways in the future to kind of decrease the cost.
We're doing an episode about college and if it's worth it or not.
100% worth it.
Why?
The experience, the education, the degree.
What's your major?
Phys econ.
What do you want to do with that?
Not quite sure yet.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm 19 and I'm a poli-sci major.
What do you hope to achieve after going to college?
I hope to have a good reputation, connections, and a good into law school. Law school is my only option.
Okay.
I can't do anything with just poli-sci.
Do you think college is worth it?
I think it should definitely be less. I have to get into law school. Like that. If I don't,
If you don't what?
if I don't, then better marry rich. Can't do anything with poli-sci.
I was psychobio and you can't do anything with that either. Okay, so I found 3 people that aren't students yet, but will be, maybe?
Maybe.
How old are you guys?
I'm 14. 13. I'm 14 too.
Whoa, okay. Why do you guys want to go to college?
Because I want to be like a scientist and I want to learn a lot, all there is to learn.
It would help a lot with just like career paths I want to go into.
I want to get a good education and it'll help me in careers.
Do you think college is necessary?
Not necessary, but for me, I definitely think it's necessary.
Based on the career path you want to do, right?
Yeah, I agree with her. Like, you don't have to do it for every career path. If you wanted to become like a science person, you might need to go to college.
I think it depends on the person. Like some people, they want to go to college and some people don't really need it.
My name is Lucine and my major is psychobiology. I'm also doing a minor in global health.
Awesome. I was psychobiology too.
Oh, nice.
What do you want to do with your major?
I'm pursuing a pre-med track, so I want to go to med school. So I'm currently in the process of taking the MCAT and stuff.
I did that too. What brings you to college? Why are you here?
Why am I here? Well, I mean, I really worked my ass off in high school, so I wasn't gonna go to a CC or anything. And I really wanted to go to med school. So I'm no, and UCLA is always my dream. I'm from LA, so I just love, I love college. I love living here. I love everything about it.
My name's Ryan. I'm 20 years old and my major is business economics and communications.
Why are you in college?
I'm honestly not really sure, I guess, because that's just the normal thing for people to do nowadays, yeah.
What do you hope to do after college with your degree?
I have no clue, not at all.
Do you think college is necessary for people?
I don't think it's necessary for everyone. If you have realistic goals or dreams or if you have passions that you want to follow, go for that instead. But I didn't really have anything specific I wanted to do, so it was a realistic thing for me to do.
I'm Tim. I'm 19 and I'm studying cog sci
Esther, 19, also cog sci.
Why are you guys in college?
because I need to get a degree get a job.
There was no other option.
All right, so to be honest, that actually kind of made me feel worse because it seemed like everyone came here with a great purpose and a goal of achieving their dreams. I mean, UCLA is a pretty good school. It's really hard to get into. I think they have one of the lowest acceptance rates of the UC system. So it makes sense why everyone here is, smart, motivated, driven to succeed, and of course, set on their own success. But wait, I actually came here to UCLA with a purpose of my own, and that was to become a doctor. So I was pre-med, and I didn't feel the same type of drive and passion that these students did. So I asked the next logical question I could think of, which was how much of your drive comes from you versus your parents? Does your passion for medicine come from you, or is it from your parents?
No, it's not from my parents. I've always wanted to be a doctor, from as long as I can remember. And I've always loved working with kids, and I've done a lot of internships and stuff.
Dang, so it seems like you really, because I was the opposite, because my parents were you have to be a doctor, and I was like, okay, fine. But it seems like you actually really want to do it.
No, yeah, I actually really want to, yeah.
Nice.
I chose it because it was very broad, so I can explore other parts of study, I guess.
For me, I'm really interested in how people make decisions, and cog sci learning about the brain and stuff is super interesting.
Do you have any tips for incoming college students on how they can maximize their time here?
Reach out to upperclassmen and ask them what about these classes and your experiences and things like that sort. Reach out to professors and let them know who you are, because it's not about what you know and who you know, but it's about who knows you at the end of the day. It was times where I was in undergrad and people would just, hey, you want to come do this internship and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sure, yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've done to save money?
Sometimes I sign up for the studies that they have on campus because then they'll pay me to do them.
How much do they pay?
$80.
For how many hours?
3.
That's really good. Dang, that's a good side hustle. Who's paying for your college?
My parents.
So you're gonna graduate without any debt, right?
Yes. Thank you, parents.
What can people do while in college to sort of maximize their experience?
Probably just joining clubs, going out, trying to meet people. I found that building connections is a really helpful thing to do.
So this is a Bruin Walk. This is where everything happens. You'll see there are a lot of people selling things, doing fundraisers, giving out pamphlets and brochures. I was always too nervous to talk to them, so I would always walk along a different route. But yeah, this is pretty much the heart of UCLA. Where's everyone at? All right, I've been looking forward to interviewing the bear. Why are you at college? Hold up. Why are you in college? All right. So I know it made it seem like I really didn't like college, but that's not the truth. I actually had a really good time here. I learned a lot. I came out a much better person, but that still doesn't mean that I did it correctly. And I do have a lot of regrets about sort of how I spent my days, the things I prioritized, as well as the types of people I met. Overall, still a good time, and I don't try and regret anything in my life, but I do wish I did it differently. So this is John Wooden Center. This is where I spent 2 hours every single day. There's a gym. That's where I mainly was. They also have a rock climbing wall. They have racquetball, locker rooms. This is a sick place. This is my favorite part of UCLA probably. So this is Royce Hall. This is the main pinnacle of UCLA. It's probably, if you've seen postcards of UCLA, this is gonna be what's in it probably. And then right here is Powell Library. This is the main campus library. So yeah, a lot of people, they'll spend a lot of time studying, doing work there, but for me, I actually didn't even have a real laptop. I had a Chromebook that I never used. All my work was done on my, what's it called, iMac, the desktop thing. That was in my dorm room, so that's where I spent the majority of my time. And yeah, I'm actually gonna take you guys there right now and show you. So this is where you cross the road to see all the dorms. So behind me is Denev Hall. This is where I first lived when I came to UCLA in 2010. And my room was actually, I think, 3 stories up on the very end. So it was a really fun dorm, but it was super old. It hadn't been renovated in forever. And the men's bathroom was all the way on the other side. So I had to walk 200 feet. So that was not very cool, but a lot of good memories made here. So one of the big things that messed up my college experience was not having a strong enough personality to tell my parents hey, this is not what I want to do. So they basically were Charlie, we really want and think you should become a doctor. You're good at science. It's a really high paying field. And I was okay, I'll do that. I never liked hospitals. I don't like blood. I don't like needles. But it was an easy thing to say, right? If someone asked me what I was going to do with my life, I'd just be oh, I'm pre-med. I'm gonna become a doctor. Even though I didn't really want to do that myself, I just went along with it. And that's definitely something that I regret because I should have had a stronger personality. Should have been like, hey guys, I don't want to do this. I want to explore other things like business, finance, stuff like that. Because if I had done that, I think my college experience would have been a lot better. So another thing I didn't do was network enough. And I had a long-term college girlfriend, and I think that really screwed things up because I just got really comfortable, just hanging out with her, having meals with her. So one thing I just really regret is not expanding my network more. I feel like that would have made my college experience way better. That being said, I did do some things right that I'm pretty happy about, and that was studying hard. I took my classes pretty seriously. I got a good GPA. I took health really importantly, so I'd hit the gym maybe hour to 2 hours every single day. I did cardio. I was probably in like tip-top shape, more so than right now. I also partied the right amount, so I would go out and party. I would go out and drink and have fun. But that wasn't my entire life here. I didn't do that much. And all my roommates were actually in fraternities, but I was the only one that was not. And I do think that was the smart move because, if I wanted to party, I could throw an apartment party or I could just go to their frat houses, but I wasn't always surrounded by that. And I do think that can be pretty detrimental. And then finally, another thing I did right was I did side hustles. So I did photography, I did videography, I pursued modeling, a bunch of things that were able to help me make some income, but also develop a lot of skills that would go on to help me a lot later on. So with the exception of the grad student we talked to, everyone was under 21 years old, and it seemed like they all knew exactly what they wanted to do. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, hey, why didn't I have that same drive, that same clarity in knowing exactly what I want to do at a young age? And what I came to terms was, hey, Charlie, it's okay that you didn't know what you wanted to do. It's okay that you didn't know how to do college correctly because, to be honest, we aren't taught exactly how we should experience college. And that's sort of why I wanted to make this video because I feel like I didn't do it correctly. A lot of you guys watching this video that are going to college might not do it correctly, but really it's not too late. There are so many things in college that make it a very worthwhile experience. And yeah, I think I just need to make this video for myself because I always struggled with the guilt of having my parents help me pay for college, wasting 4 years there, and not really feeling like I got my money's worth. Everyone that we talked to in this video seemed to have a pretty big passion for something, and it just gave me a lot of renewed optimism about college. Even though I think it was sort of like a scam for me, it's really all just based on the individual. So, for you guys, it might be a really good experience. For others, it might not be worth your time. That's really up for you guys to decide. But if I were just to conclude this video, I'd say that college is not a scam. College is right if you know what you're doing, and college is really great if you go about it the right way. If you guys don't know what you want to do right now, then really spend your college years exploring side hustles, meeting new people, joining clubs, doing pretty much everything you can. Because college, you guys, it's a really unique and special place. You're surrounded by a lot of young, bright people who are all sort of trying to figure out what they want to do with their life. And if you take this time to really explore and figure out what you want to do, then yes, it's going to be a very worthwhile experience. But of course, if money is the only thing you care about, then it's probably not the best. You can spend that money investing into your own business. And I think that a majority of you guys that want to, go into that business route, that'll be probably the better option. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure to share it with a friend and like and subscribe for more videos just like this. I make a ton of content about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Thanks so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.